It looks to me like things are finally coming to a head. It has been one wild roller coaster since we first found out about the Blizzard scandal that had happened a couple months ago. And now we are coming to a point where I think this might be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Today, there was an article that was published on the Wall Street Journal that had shown months of conclusive evidence of reporting on the insides of Activision Blizzard that Bobby Kotick knew about the sexual misconduct of what was going on inside the company and did absolutely nothing. To no one's surprise, this is now out in the open. Honestly, we're just going to jump right into this because this is pretty big. There were some alleged findings, and these are the highlights coming from Ben Fritz, who is the West Coast bureau chief for the Wall Street Journal. This stuff gets pretty dicey. I'm just going to give you guys a heads up. This is I've already skimmed through some of this here, and it's pretty bad. So content warning, throwing this out there now. Two colleagues and I spent months reporting on allegations of sexual misconduct at Activision and what CEO Bobby Kotick knew and did about them. I hope you'll read the story we just published. I'll also thread key findings. A woman who worked at Call of Duty studio Sledgehammer said she was raped twice by her supervisor after she was pressured to drink heavily. The same type of behavior that we had seen before, where the female Blizzard employee had committed suicide after she was sexually pressured by her supervisor. She reported the incidents to HR, but the company took absolutely no action, to nobody's surprise. In August, Activision named Jen O'Neill the first female co-head of World of Warcraft studio Blizzard. As we had mentioned before, she had stepped down from the studio after 3 months of being a co-head of the studio. The next month, she went on an internal email criticizing the company's top management and recounting her own experiences of harassment. After the co-head of Activision's Treyarch studio was accused of sexual harassment, HR recommended he be fired, but Bobby Kotick intervened to keep him. Last year, about 30 women who worked in Activision's esports division sent a letter to their supervisors saying female employees had experienced numerous instances of harassment. Still, nothing was being done. Bobby Kotick has himself been accused of mistreating women who worked for him, including telling a former assistant in a voicemail that he would have her killed. Now, I don't know about you, but this is so beyond fucked up. Employees pointed to two reasons for the misconduct at Activision: workplace drinking, which was covered in the first round of reporting, and a culture in which game studios long operated with little interference in their operations, including HR, in the belief it would help them make this. We already knew that working for Blizzard Activision was a living nightmare, but this confirms that it is actually much, much, much worse. Finally, the last cherry on top of this thread. Since the California lawsuit, Activision has received more than 500 reports from current and former employees alleging harassment, sexual assault, bullying, pay disparities, and other issues, according to the people familiar with that matter. The Activision spokeswoman said the company is investigating the claims using teams from both inside and outside the company. This is bad. This is very bad. In my last video, I had mentioned that it was over for Blizzard. I mentioned there was a lot of ground to cover for Blizzard to be able to come back from this. And a lot of people said that, oh no, Blizzard can bounce back. But they forgot one very, very important thing. It takes people to make video games, okay? It takes people who want to work at your company in order to make video games. Let me ask you a question. After finding out all this information right here, would you want to work for Blizzard Entertainment? Is there anything here that states you're going to be able to have somewhat of a livable wage in a state that has excessive inflation, being paid some of the lowest in the industry, being mistreated, if you're a woman especially, being unable to know if you're going to go to work and going to work in an actual safe environment? I mean, this is insane. But wait, there's more. Industry insider Jason Schreier says Bobby Kotick is doubling down. In a video to employees this morning passed along to me, he attacked the Wall Street Journal article and defended Activision. Anyone who doubts my conviction to be the most welcoming and inclusive workplace doesn't really appreciate how important this is to me. Oh my God. Let's just play the video.
I want to talk with you today about our future and reiterate my conviction to create the most welcoming and inclusive workplace. Over the last few months, so many of you have generously and candidly shared your experiences and your insights about the type of company you want us to be.
This looks physically painful for this guy.
We've taken meaningful actions to improve our company and our culture, but there's more to do. To become the model workplace we all...
This is like the most strained he's ever been in his life, is to say something somewhat earnest.
...aspire to be, more change is required. But I am so confident we will get there.
There will,
of course, be continued media attention about
I don't feel confident in that statement there.
Over the next few months. In fact, there's an article today that paints an inaccurate and misleading view of our company, of me personally and my leadership. I want to say two important things about this.
Yeah.
First, we are incredibly fortunate to have the most talented people in our industry, all so committed to constant improvement. And I share this commitment.
Yeah.
The second thing I want to say is that anyone who doubts my conviction to be the
will
most
be
welcoming
terminated.
and inclusive workplace doesn't really appreciate how important this is to me.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. I got to take a second there. Holy shit. That was the most, like, not genuine thing I've ever seen. Can I play that one more time?
Doesn't really appreciate how important this is to me. Creativity and inspiration thrives best in a safe, welcoming, respectful environment. There is no substitute for that. And staying true to our values without exceptions is the best way to retain our talent and to attract the new talent we need to achieve our great potential.
Nobody wants to work here, dude. Sorry.
As I've made clear, we're moving forward with a new zero tolerance policy for inappropriate behavior. And zero means zero. Any reprehensible conduct is simply unacceptable. We have a chance to further enhance our culture and be the example other companies will follow. And we are so incredibly fortunate. Connecting and engaging the world through joy and fun is a powerful mission.
I don't.
Accomplishing this in a welcoming, inclusive workplace ensures we will achieve our mission.
Yeah, I don't
with excellence.
believe anything he's saying.
Over the last few years, our industry has had an uncomfortable spotlight that's been illuminating opportunities for us to change. And we must all, including me, embrace this need for change so we can bring our very best selves to the very best place to work. Thank you for your commitment to a culture of respect, your appreciation for the unique talents we each possess, and for maintaining the very best environment for all of us to work.
Okay.
For that, I am truly grateful.
So this is my sleep paralysis demon, or it's a skinwalker. I have no idea. I literally have no idea. Okay, so this off the bat is probably the only time in his life that he's ever actually had to come out and make somewhat of a genuine statement, and you can tell that this is incredibly forced and painful for him. So actually, as of recording this video in this point in time, things are getting pretty heated. It looks like breaking. This was posted about not that like 30 minutes ago-ish. Breaking, Activision Blizzard employees say they're launching a walkout today in the wake of the Wall Street Journal article detailing CEO Bobby Kotick's knowledge of sexual misconduct and harassment at the company. They're demanding that Kotick be replaced. Unfortunately, Bobby boy, this is bad. Like I said, people have been telling me, just you wait, Blizzard's going to bounce back. And I'm like, yeah, well, guess what? Who's going to work there and make the games? Who is going to work at this company and make the games? Are they going to cheaply outsource? You're going to bitch about that more. You're going to complain about that much more. The game quality will go down if they cheaply outsource at that point further than what it already is. If you guys haven't even seen patch 9.2, I mean, this is it. It takes people to make games. And if you mistreat those people and you defile them and you treat them like dogs and you ignore them when their pleas for help are put out there for others to listen, this is what happens. You won't have a company. No one's going to work there. And your favorite games that you love so much that you're hanging on to for dear life, they're not going to get made in future content installments or even getting made in general. This is what happens when you bend someone so hard to your will and they eventually break and the foundation falls out before you. I promise you, him saying the things that he said here in this video would not have happened. This is how far detached he is from everything, but this is the breaking point. And I know this is the breaking point because it caused him to come out and make this public statement, which is already, at this point in time, not helping the dumpster fire that's even going on in Blizzard Entertainment right now. We have instituted our own zero tolerance policy, the A Better ABK Workers Alliance. We will not be silenced until Bobby Kotick has been replaced as CEO and continue to hold our original demand for third-party review by an employee chosen source. We are staging a walkout today. We welcome you with us. I don't know what's going to happen here. I don't know if this is the final straw for Blizzard Activision, on top of the fact that they are going to be fined into the ground by the SEC. This is very possible that this is really the 11th hour. There's not enough damage control that can be done to cover up years worth of scandalous activity. We vote with our dollars. We make action with how we vote with our dollars. And if you believe in this and you understand what's happening right here is bad, not just for Blizzard, but for the entire gaming industry, as an example has been said here. You know, I think why this all hurts so much is because a lot of us grew up playing Blizzard games and we were part of the Blizzard culture, and it felt really good when it was good. And now that the smoke and mirrors are gone and we understand what was happening behind the scenes, it's painful to see what's happening, and also understanding that the people that have made the games that we love and cherish so much are basically beaten dogs at this point. You know, I have but a tiny voice in a sea of voices here, but this is something that's very important to me, and I want to use my voice in any way that I can. This is wrong. This is very wrong. I don't know what comes next, but I know it's not good. Because when you do shit like this, when you ignore the cries of the people who work for your company, even the woman who took her life, and then again, and threatening a former assistant that he would have her killed, whether you say, oh, no, it was a joke or not, or you know, or whether you're serious, this is horrible. This is absolutely horrible. This has got to stop. This absolutely has to stop.